Testing. Good to go. I was actually watching some theory videos. I was in the middle of a dawn dusk video, and I forgot that chapter came out today, or a few days ago for TCB. I pulled it up. Let me actually go do this. I pulled it up and I read the title. So 1181, just gonna jump right in. A god and a devil. Is that Carrot? Yo, Carrot looking clean. Wait, yo, I like that. I like the jacket. Some of these requesters are cooking because I need more of this. This is great. I think the last one we had would what was the last one? The last one was crazy because it told me basically that this chapter was going to be fire. It was a what was it? No, it was the one before. It was the one before that. It was like something that I really was it Yamato? If it was a Yamato one, then yeah, it was fire. That was the reason why it was so fire because it was like Emu himself was like, yeah, I'm pulling up. I'm making my way down there. In the last chapter that we had, it was the wing, both of the wings getting taken out. Requested by Nakahara Michi, Carrot sings as she strolls over sleeping panda sharks at the sea. I was wondering what these things were. That is a really cool request. The chapter's called A God and a Devil. I'm sure the God refers to Emu and the devil refers to Joy Boy. And or just the D clan in general. And in the video I was watching for Dawn Dust was I think the latest one. It was about the D clan and how they are that the half moon people that was spoken about in the Harley. Half moon kind of looks like the letter D. They could originally be the people from the moon, or like half. They're like half part moon. They're like part moon or whatever. That moon race, and maybe human or something else. That could be the D clan. We'll see. But I gotta watch more of that video. I was in the middle of it, and then I was like, wait, I gotta read the new chapter. Why are Mr. Children's lyrics always so inspiring? Their concert was the best. I just keep seeing Oda talking about different bands and going to concerts and stuff. He's been really he's been really getting out there to these events. For artists that I don't really know about, I don't know Mr. Children or whatever they're called. That's what they're called. Memories from 14 years ago, and yeah. So after the wings of the king, Zoro and Sanji were kind of obliterated. Sanji mostly because he had it the worst, in my opinion. I know that Hyruden took a mean blow explosion, but that black flame kick, like Ifrit wasn't gonna do it. But after that, we saw Loki pull up. So this is gonna tie into whatever's happening right now. I'm the worst king in the history of Elbaf. You must kill me and take my throne, Loki. I'm sure it cuts right back. Yeah, it cuts right back. He was only 144 at the end. Giants usually live to 300 years. He died way too soon. You tricked my dad, right? That makes you responsible for his death. And I know the response that's gonna come out of Emu's mouth. It's gonna be so delusional. He's gonna be like, what are you talking about? He was my subordinate and you killed him. You, Loki, killed my subordinate. That's what he's gonna say. You killed my servant, my subordinate. It's gonna be so diabolically, like, ass backwards, like in his way of thinking, because he thinks that he's God or a king. The one who suffered most from that inconvenience was Mu. I knew it. It's kind of different from what I just made in that quick prediction of what he was going to say, but it's on the same level as that. He really thinks Okay, in terms of yeah, it is an inconvenience for him because he needed to have Elbaf on his side and the Giants, Elbaf and the Giants on his side. But remember, last chapter, he was like, "You're the one who took out my subordinate." And I'm like, "Bro, he had no choice. He was gonna kill all of you guys. He was gonna kill everybody." Loki had to stop his own father. Was Mu, and he's still talking about like calling himself in the third person like Mu, and not Emu. You know, Reel's back Ragnar. We can see the hockey lightning. Emu's lightning is probably a whole different new power system as we suspected since the introduction of all that demonic magic stuff we saw back on Egghead when the girl safe first spawned. Crackling, rumbling, damn you, back then, dot dot dot, a little bit more of that dragon influence. Summoning lightning with Ragnar, probably. That's what this is. I don't care how I'm remembered. More flashbacks. That's not important. The only thing that matters is securing Elbaf's future. Isn't that right? Ooh, look at that! Yo, I know Emu's gonna stop this. If Luffy can grab lightning and play with it willy nilly, did I say Luffy? Did I say Emu? If Luffy can do this, if he can do that, Emu can probably do the same thing, but just more disrespectful. Like way more disrespectful. I feel like he's gonna put one index finger in front of that lightning bolt and just stop it in its tracks. Back then, what you did to my father. Ragna Izuchi. I need a translator note on that. Oh, so the lightning was coming down and it was empowering Ragnar so he can then use that to strike Emu. And Emu was just standing there. He's just standing there. And he uses the demonic black flame. It looks like a little chibi demon. And yeah, he just stops it. No contact. Doesn't even make contact with the flame. It's just he just stops it in his tracks. I feel like whatever Emu's this omen thing is, this omen black flame, it's gotta be like some his own very unique version of hockey. Because it's doing the same properties as when two strong conquerors hockey wielders strike each other. There's just no contact whatsoever. I feel like it's kind of doing that, but I don't know. When it comes to One Piece and Oda writing things, it's hard to scale. It's hard to power scale because he could just write whatever he wants. He can just do whatever he wants, and it really doesn't matter. Power scaling is kind of a losing game. But I still want to make sense of what's going on in this. Look at that clash, yo. I like the black and white clash here. It's reminding me of Blackbeard versus Ace when they did their final attacks. But we got it on such a grand scale. We were seeing Emu clashing with Loki using Ragnar. Everybody's getting blown away. Whoa, she's trying to say, yo, wow, Lilith is trying to save Bonnie. Who else is that? Is that Sanji? Yeah, Sanji's knocked out at the moment. Jinbei is shielding. I see Nami. Who is that? Is that Frankie? I'm sure that's Frankie. Man, I can't believe he tanked that. Sort of. Yeah, he did. Shielding himself. Yeah, he tanked it. What's with these black flames? What sort of power do you have? That is an amazing question, Loki. Hopefully, Emu answers. And he doesn't. Okay. It's fine. You know what? Wait. His arm is blowing up like Gear 3. Look at his arm. And we know, and Gear 5 basically can do anything the previous gears can do. And if Emu's power is a reflection of the Nika fruit, then this is just obvious. It's obvious that he could do something like this. But his arm is imploding. His arm is blowing up right now, getting stronger. He's getting buffed out. He's getting beefed up with the Omen. Omen is simply Mu's military might. There's no need for a unique explanation. It's just his power. No, I don't want that though. I don't want that sort of answer. I need I need Oda later on, maybe in the SBS, like in the far future, to explain how the hell this works specifically. Or maybe not in the SBS, but later on in the story, when we get that Void Century flashback, it'll probably show us the origins to like this Omen power. Or the Devil's Fruit, please? Because this Omen thing probably is a part of the Devil's Fruit. It has to be. Gigantification. Oh, he pulled up to the size of Loki. I'm just I'm just realizing that now. He actually yo, Luffy can't even do that. Can he? Well, he probably could in Gear 5, but we just haven't seen him. No, he could. I'm thinking of Luffy when he went into giant mode um with Loki in his zoned fruit form, in his what is it called, Needhog, in his Needhog form. I wonder if Emu or Luffy has the potential in their forms to get that big. Cause Loki could, like, he's matching Loki right here, but Loki could easily go back into Needhog. Not easily, maybe. He's pretty gassed, but he can simply do that and then try to match him. Its power dwells in all things. So it is like a hockey, but it's like his own unique version. Omen is simply Mu's military might. Its power dwells in all things. It's just like his sort of hockey, but it's so different probably because he's just wicked. Because he's just evil. Well, he doesn't believe that he's evil. He really believes like he's like a good god and everybody else are devils. But if its power dwells in all things, can are there other characters that have the potential to use Omen? Can we see that? Like, am I gonna be able to see Blackbeard using Omen in the future? All right, so he takes this demon engulfed weapon now of his, the Clash of Ragnar. Whirl. He didn't even bother trying to like have any sort of hang time in the attack clash. He just instantly wanted to get to his blind spot. Summons more. Nemesis? Why does that look like Yoru? Why, yo, he stabbed him right in the chest. Why does that look like Yoru? Are you trying to say something, Oda? I got a few questions. Nemesis. He's pulling out named attacks. Like Omen, we can say Omen's a named attack, but it's more like the activation of his power. This is a named attack right here. Just straight up Nemesis. It really looks like Yoru. You got the hilt spawning right here. The Omen flame coming out like it's the Black Blade. This is crazy. I feel like something's being said here with this. Strength is an attribute people naturally crave. And yet, is this a flashback or did they get reversed again? What the hell? and yet that craving uh, can be easily satisfied via corruption. I think this is a mini flashback. There's no way he reversed him again. It merely requires one to submit their will to a covenant. Wait, I'm really not sure if Omen is a part of Devil's Fruit or if Omen is its own power. But I feel like regardless of the fact, either Devil's Fruit or Omen by itself, if it's not a part of Devil's Fruit, is what allows him to make these covenants with other people and have the deep sea contracts or the deep sea contracts. We got a power is with an asterisk, so I want to read that translator note right after. When their envy drives them, they'll achieve. Oh, when their envy drives them, they'll achieve power. Chikata. I know that kanji. Kind of looks like the katakana. It confuses me a lot. The katakana for Ka. It really confusing sometimes. Power is the stated reading, though it uses the same kanji previously used for omen or maki, demonic aura. Yeah, hockey, and maki. Ma, basically the kanji for like demon, and then ki, the same. I feel like that's the same kanji that's also used in hockey, right? It could be. I don't know. I gotta fact check that. But it's cool that it's literally just the other side of the coin, the evil version of hockey, Emu's version of hockey itself. And it has a lot more abilities than what regular hockey can do. Because regular hockey is just like conquerors, armament, observation. This thing has like five other things it can do. It can do like it can construct different objects. It's a flames and it can pierce things. It's basically like its own devil fruit. I feel like that's what's going on, unless it really is just a part of devil's fruit. We just don't know yet. Loki kind of recovered from that nemesis though. He's right back to reeling Ragnar again, reeling back the weapon of his. The same kanji previously used for omen. They'll achieve power. They will through the covenant or through corruption. They'll achieve power, and power is the same kanji used in omen. So do the and they in that omen, this Maki has the power to also basically like if this is omen or Maki, then I guess you can regenerate through Maki, and the covenant is also Maki. Doing construction with the black flame or anything else is Maki. Okay. Those three things together form a trinity. An unholy trinity, probably. Known as Dominion. Dominion doesn't have an asterisk. We're just gonna have to make some guesses based on what we're previously reading and what we're going to read by the end of this chapter. Also known as Dominion. Dominion. Shall I grant thee the power of God? He's whooping his ass and he's like, hey man, you're pretty weak. Shall I give you the Maki? Shall I give you the contract and you submit? In one step thou wouldst go far beyond humanity. And he's not done. I don't want it. He got Emu doing bold double exclamation point. Oh my god. We punctuation scale up in here. If he's that surprised, then jeez. But he definitely think that too. Crackle, crackle, creak, creak. He's already gassed. He only got hit with Nemesis. Oh, and a black flame explosion, Maki explosion. You can blow people up with Maki. It's definitely strong. It's stronger than hockey. So God's dominion. That's your power. God's dominion. I'm glad Loki elaborated on this a little bit. Give me more insight. It sounds more like a deal with the devil to me. Is there a difference between a god and a devil? Ooh. At the beginning of this chapter, I thought that Emu's mentality was that he was God and everybody else going against him, especially the D clan, are devils. No, he doesn't even differentiate the two. He thinks they're one and the same. He basically thinks they're one and the same. I thought he was. I'm okay. I underestimated the fact of me thinking Emu was delusional in his status. No, clearly he recognizes that his form is a devil, that his power is the devil's fruit, and that he is a devil. But at the same time, he's a god, and he doesn't want to make a difference between the two, make a distinction between the two. I wasn't expecting that, and that to be the tie-in to why the title of the chapter is called that. That's that's different. That's different. Okay, okay, Emu. Okay. Because so far, he was always, like, before the big reveal, like, every time he was in silhouette form doing stuff, he would always, like, exalt himself in a way. It made me think that he only thought of himself as a god. But no, he really, himself is calling himself basically a god and a devil at the same time. He's everything. He's everything basically. That goes even harder than me thinking that he's just God. And everybody, everybody, D-Clan included, are devils. Like, no, he thinks he's everything. Beats me. I just know I ain't gonna let myself be dominated by anyone. Another dot dot dot. We're getting so much dragon content. The world itself rejoices in a state of dominion. Does it? Does it though, or is that your perception of the world? What silhouette is that? Isn't that right? Is that Johto? Wow! I need some water. I need some water. I need some water. That was Joy Boy and Emu. They're laughing to each other. They're like conversing with each other. He's laughing. This is definitely Emu without the crown. True form Emu without the crown. Like, this is man beast form. Like, this is devil's fruit man beast form, hybrid form Emu. This is silhouette Emu looking like Among Us with the cloak on them over their head and stuff without the crown, talking with Joy Boy. And Joy Boy just laughing. I can't wait to see this. We get this Void Century flashback, and the silhouettes go away. The silhouettes go away, and we can just we know that Joy Boy's laughing. Obviously, it's Joy Boy. I want to see a smile on Emu's face. This is probably Emu. This is Emu pre-corruption. This is probably before they ate the devil's fruit or gained power, got a taste of power and wanted more, and betrayed Joy Boy or something. Bro, they're talking like they're interacting with each other like they're best friends. The world itself rejoices in a state of dominion. Isn't that right? That's like a flashback. It's like a flashback dialogue. Who's saying that? Is that Emu or is that Joy Boy? Like, isn't that right, Joy Boy? I'm sure that's Emu. Isn't that right, Joy Boy? And Joy Boy's laughing at that? Maybe they had the same, like, maybe I don't know. Maybe did Joy Boy agree with something like that? The world rejoices in a state of dominion. Did he agree with something like that And if he did, maybe Emu misinterpreted those words because it probably means something else. Because Joy Boy probably doesn't want a world under the dominion of oppression or something like that. I don't know. I don't think he would want. He would not want something like that. That statement could be misinterpreted, and that caused the One Piece world to be in the state that it's in today through Emu. I don't know. Man, yo, this panel, man. Oh my god, I'm gonna be stuck here. No, I gotta keep going. This panel goes hard. Ooh, look at how Loki's charging it up. Isn't that right, Joy Boy? Look, yo, the classic, the classic One Piece exaggerated facial expression. I did not expect to ever see Emu have this elongated jaw. It looks like that it looks like that volume cover with Kaido on it. His mouth is the exact same way. Isn't that right, Joy Boy? So I'm pretty sure Joy Boy never expressed a statement like this. I think Emu probably said it to him, and then Joy Boy was laughing, but he probably never agreed with it. The world itself rejoices in a state of dominion. Isn't that right, Joy Boy? Yo, give me even if it's in silhouette form, give me a little mini flashback of Davy Jones. Give me a mini flashback of Davy D. Jones, please. Give me. I would love that. I would love that. Isn't that right, Joy Boy? And then it cuts over to Luffy eating. Isn't that right, Joy Boy? Yeah, build your strength up because by the time you get there, Loki's gonna be on the ground. Spread page right after this. I need more. I gotta eat more. I never felt anything like this before. What does he mean? Oh, he's saying I gotta stock up. I gotta stock up and keep eating because I've never felt hockey like this. He's sweating while he's eating because he's like, bro, I need 50 giant meals worth. Cause and maybe that's not even gonna be enough for the guy whose hockey I'm sensing. Shoot, it's so heavy. It's like I'm suffocating. His Maki, his Omen is suffocating Luffy. It feels like it's suffocating him. What's with this guy's hockey? If I don't eat all of this, we can't win. More. Yo. He really is an OG Dragon Ball Goku. If he doesn't get a meal to eat, he's not gonna be ready to fight. He's not gonna be ready to fight on par with his opponent. You still lost in thought? I like how Loki disrupts him from that. Cause he's still mad. He's so mad. What got him this pissed off at Joy Boy? I need to see that flashback now. You still lost in thought? That tells me one thing. You're underestimating me. He sent them flying. He sent them crashing into the World Tree, transforming into Needhog. Does a follow-up attack. Thorheim. Heim means like realm, right? Like Niflheim or Alfheim or something like that. Thorheim, the realm of Thor, is your named attack. So this has to be like the strongest lightning move we've seen in the series. Oh wait, I skipped panels. Hold on. Emu's like, oh, he's coughing because of that attack. Yo, there's an emu-sized hole in the World Tree right now because of how he got sent flying. That's a cool panel, and he's bleeding. He made God. He made the devil. He made the demon god, the devil god, bleed. Transforms into Needhog, and yeah, Emu confirms Needhog. Loads up Thorheim. Triple exclamation mark from Emu. Emu pulls out a different. He's doing the double hand signs. He's been using Omen, I feel like, with one hand so far. He's doing two hands now, doing the Buddha pose with his fingers. The Enlightenment pose. Thorheim gets launched. We see a side view. Thou really has returned. And he's smiling! Dot, 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 and a smile. He really is he's the anti-Nika. He's smiling, bro. The little faint smile. Drums of oppression is real. The drums of oppression are real. Thou really has returned. And he's saying that to Needhog. Who was Needhog's previous user back in the Void Century? Thou really has returned. He's smiling because of that. Would he still be smiling when he's going up against Luffy in Gear 5 and he sees that visage of Joy Boy, because Joy Boy had he had the same form, basically, probably looked just like Luffy. Will he still be smiling? Because like here he's thinking about Joy Boy from that mini flashback. He's just heated. He's heated up, but he's smiling seeing Needhog like this. I wonder what the relationship between Emu and the previous Needhog user was for him to have like he's reminiscing right now. Look at that expression. This chapter was amazing. I say that to a lot of chapters, but this was holy. Yo, okay. Shoot, I gotta finish this Dawn Dust video. I know there's gonna be another one coming out pretty soon. It probably already is out. It's probably already out. Or no. I gotta look for the Luna one, because those come out quicker than the Dawn Dust videos. Because Dawn Dusk takes a little bit more effort, like work to put in. Those theories take a little bit more time. The Luna ones are like for every chapter. I can't even speak right this chapter. Every chapter, and it just goes through like the translation and stuff, and like little slight theories. It's probably one out right now, but I'm also gonna check good old Twatter, see what's happening on there, because it's been like 2 days since the chapter release, so I'm probably gonna get something. Okay, oh, I love this. This channel is amazing. There's already a video out about Maki / Omen. So they are one and the same, obviously. Maki, Omen, Narona, Emu, explained by what? Okay, I can't see that. There's a few videos I missed too. Yeah, I gotta catch up on these. These are amazing though. But for the I gotta take off the muted words, because I definitely muted some of the One Piece chapter numbers, especially 1181. But let me look it up though. That shouldn't be a problem now. 1181. Biggest twist in One Piece just dropped. Otis flipped the story upside down while clashing with, drops the lore bomb and changes everything. What is this tweet? Bro, come on. What is this tweet? Oh, it says 1 out of 4, and then I see nothing else. Alright, good ups, bro. I guess the twist is that they were friends, but we kind of knew that. We kind of theorized that they were good friends or something. I guess it wasn't confirmed, so that and it was never hinted at. I guess. I mean, okay, it was definitely hinted at, probably. I mean, we've thought about it for a while, but yeah, you could call this a twist that they were good friends. But I always had that head canon in mind since the beginning of when Emu was introduced. Emu and Joy Boy were mentioned, so I always thought about that, but I never realized like, yeah, wait, that is kind of a twist. I can't wait to see that flashback though. Oh my god, that voice entry. Um, what else? somebody said somebody said this panel in the caption. That's not how somebody's supposed to act. Uh, that's not how someone who won the war 800 years ago is supposed to act. Like, is he a sore winner? That's definitely like a sore winner right there. Like he won the war, but it kind of to him maybe he feels like he's lost in some other way, even though he's won. Even though he won all those years ago. Thank you. Somebody made the connection. Somebody made the comparison. I'm glad I'm not the only one, but it's way too obvious. I'm glad I'm not the only one, but it is way too obvious. It's way too obvious, man. That was a Euro reference right there. There's just no way. What else? What else? What else? What else? I want some tweets that are discussing like this. Like this is a cool panel. Everything that is about this. Like what's his connection to Needhog exactly? I need to see that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Um the emu currently at Elbaf is 100% a different person to the emu who was on Elbaf a few chapters ago. Why is he so shocked to seeing Nihog when he was fighting him 15 minutes prior? And it's talking about how Gunko Emu was reacting to Nihog compared to now. I think it's because Emu is there in the flesh now. It's like if you have to compare it or make an analogy, it's kind of like if you're looking at a person on like a video call compared to like meeting them in person finally. Like you're taking a flight down to where they live at and you're finally seeing them in person or something. It's kind of like that. I feel like Emu via possessing Gunko is like that. Like that's the virtual, that's the VC, that's the video call, and then him being here himself is just like, yeah, in person. It can have you reacting differently. You know, like everything has a different vibe to it when you actually experience it yourself instead of like through something else, through other means. So that's the explanation there. More Mihawk comparisons. Like we're gonna get this sooner or later. We're gonna see why. Oh my god, it's so cool, man, yo. Oda's cooking something up with that. He's cooking something up with that. Ah, I love that. I saw this panel too. I saw this panel too. I don't. This was 1172. Apparently, this was back in 1172. It's the Doors. The Doors of 1172. They're both laughing. Emo was definitely laughing here. He was definitely laughing here then. Man. That's cool. I love that, man. We got so many. Oh yeah, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I was talking about earlier. Why does Kaido look like that? Every villain does this pose. They're all doing this pose now. They go from like aura farming to like the Wojak, the Wojak looking faces. Oh my god, man. All right, that's gonna be about it. There's no break. I didn't even notice that there's no break next week. We're getting back to back. We're getting back to back to back drums of oppression. Yo, let me see a Davy D. Jones little silhouette. I don't need a full flashback. I don't need a full flashback, but let me get a Davy Jones silhouette. Let me get a mini flashback of Davy Jones in silhouette form. I know for sure we're not ever seeing his reveal until like maybe like after Elbaf in the next arc or something. It is Final Saga. But just give me a little pinch. Just give me a little pinch of that salt. Of that seasoning, bro. Of that Davy D. Jones seasoning, man. I need that. Like, next chapter, please. Something. We're getting big reveals each and every single chapter. By the end of the chapter with these spread pages and whatnot. I just need another one, please. It might not happen though. I feel like based on this, the chapter might start off with like, if there's gonna be any flashback next chapter, it might be related to the previous Needhog user and their relationship with Emu, especially with this smile. This smile is so creepy. It's the counter Nika laugh, Nika smile. I wonder what if he has his own pose. If he has his own counter Nika pose, like how Luffy and Joy Boy and Nika, they all do that Mario looking pose with their fist up in the air and stuff. If he has a counter pose to that, I need to see it. It could be this. It could be whatever this two-handed Omen attack is getting ready to be. But we'll see. But I'll get out of here for now. Oh man, next week. Okay, that's gonna be it.